Next up, we have boys basketball and Coach John Cummings.
Good evening. They'll be a little redundant as we go through with all the different programs and stuff, thanking people, but I think it's important that you do because they did a lot for us, making life a lot easier for each one of us coaches to do what we do on a daily basis. Thanks, Coach Saltis. Makes my life really easy as far as getting referees, scrimmages, everything I need to do paperwork-wise. He handles it, and it makes a big difference for what we have to do as coaches. So it takes a lot off my plate. Thank you, Mrs. Sables. I want to thank Mrs. Stotts. I didn't have on there, so I'm glad you said that to thank her because she's on the back burner doing a lot of stuff that you guys don't see her out there doing, and she's a great help to getting the teams organized before we even start playing. So Dr. Hunt for his support of the program. I want to thank Diane for the bus coordinator. There's a lot that goes on with getting the buses for all the different programs. We have 3 teams, so they're adjusting week to week of what's going on. So she's a great communicator as far as that goes. Stacy Poole, thank you very much, cheerleaders. Thank you guys a lot. We appreciate what you do. My coaching staff, for my JV coach, assistant coach, and my reserve team coaches, thank you, which I'll introduce each one of those here in just a little bit. The boosters for putting this on tonight and assisting us with financial support at the beginning of the year that took a little bit of burden off each of the parents. And I want to congratulate the Jeff Ziegler and the wrestling program for your guys' success this year. Luke Cruzy and the girls basketball program as well. Jimmy had said something earlier about the Fortenberries, about how much they do and stuff. I appreciate a lot of stuff you guys do. Scott did the clock. It's always a great person to communicate with and talk to, and he's always willing to help out whenever he can, so I appreciate that. And then obviously thanking you parents and you players for parents, number one, allowing myself and our coaching staff to coach your kids. It's a unique experience, and believe it or not, I enjoy every minute of it, even though I'm screaming all the time up there, so thank you guys. First off, I'm going to introduce my reserve team coach, which is Stan Barwitty. It's called a reserve team, not a freshman team this year. At the beginning of the year, we had about 37 kids come out, which I think is the most of any of our programs we have. But that was a nice idea to have 37 kids come out. I thought we were going to have to cut kids. Well, after the first practice, 5 of them quit. And fortunately, I think all 5 of them were freshmen. So we ended up having to merge some of our sophomore players with the freshman teams. We actually are fortunate to have a junior play down too. Just trying to get kids to play basketball, enjoy themselves, give them opportunities, because some of the kids that play in the reserve team that were older may not have had that opportunity. So that's what we're trying to do, and I was strongly encouraged by Coach Saltis to try and do that. And a lot of the other communities are doing it too. Cuyahoga Heights, Hawken does it from year to year too. So just, it's trying to give kids opportunities to play. A lot of kids that love the game of basketball. So with that being said, I'm going to have Coach Stan Barwitty come up here and just say a couple nice words here and introduce some of the kids that are here. I don't know how many are here from the reserve team, but we're going to go ahead and try it out. Stan?
Let's start off, and like John said, we started off as a freshman team, but not having enough players. And like he said, we brought down some sophomores, and they agreed to play on a reserve team, which was real nice. Gave everybody a chance to play. We started the season with 5 freshmen, 6 sophomores, and 1 junior. So when we had our first practice, regular practice, when we separated, I had asked the freshmen, I said, freshman, how many games did you win when you were at 7th and 8th grade? And they said 0. They won 0 games. I said very seriously to them, that's going to change. I says, that's not acceptable to me. We will do what we have to do and practice hard and win games and set an example for the players that are going to continue on in this program. And lo and behold, we won 7 games. 7 games was a... 7 games, I feel, was a big accomplishment for us. We learned a lot of basketball, and most important, we learned how to win, compete, play hard, which Coach Cummins and Coach Mike talk about all the time. Play hard, compete. And you have to do that in the CBC. If you don't, then you're going to be licking your wounds. So just to call, let's do it this way. If you participated in a reserve game, just come up right now. Okay. Yeah, we'll get them up here at once. John says I got to keep this short. Let's start with Sebastian Granito over there on the left. We almost went shortest and tallest. That's all right. Sebastian Granito. Sebastian played point guard for us, and I guess the one area that Sebastian was glad that he improved in was free throw shooting. He claimed in 7th, 8th grade he couldn't make a lick at free throws. So this year he ended up shooting 51%, which is a big improvement. And we like to focus on when you make improvements in your game. So that was a big thing for Sebastian, and he's going to play well as he progresses up the system here. Okay, we have Sam Clayton here next. Sam is the quiet guy. I don't know if he's that quiet in school or not, but on the court and in practice, he's quiet. But he's a student of the game also, where he likes to observe what's going on. And I'm telling you, when he went into the game, he always gave 110%, and that's appreciated by any coaching staff. Next up was Joey Soltis. He played the three position in my system, which is comparable to John's. 3, you have to be very, very in tune with all aspects of the game. And Joe could dribble the ball. He played some one position. He can make the three-pointer. He can drive to the hoop. And Joe's going to improve as he goes up into the JV or varsity. Next, we have Christian Noble. Christian played 2 games for us. I think he has to play those games because he knew those kids in that other team. But I'll tell you what, he played a big part in both of those games, scoring some points and controlling the tempo of the game. And I appreciate Christian coming down and doing that for us. That was a big part of those games. We won both of those. Next up is Ian Pierce. Ian was our 6th man. He would come off the bench middle of the first quarter, and he would usually take Joey's spot and play the 3 position. And I think Ian's big claim to fame this year is tossing in those 2 three-pointers in that one game we played in the first half. And he's capable of that. He's a long-distance shooter. And this guy right here, Evan. Yeah. I talked to Coach Mike here, and we both agreed that Evan needed to come down and play a game. I think Evan wanted to play a game, but I think he needed to do that for confidence. And he played a game over here in the high school gym right here, a home game, and he tossed in 17 points. And since that point of that game, his JV play came up rather drastically. It helped his confidence. He knows he can do it. And I think Coach Cummins is looking for big things from Evan here. So that's the season, how it went. And I want to thank everybody involved with this program, the coaches, and anybody that helped in the gym right there, keeping score, whatever. So thanks to all players, and good luck to everybody else. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Coach Carr. I want to thank Coach Cummins for giving me the opportunity, give me the opportunity to come in and coach here this year. Obviously, as a new guy, a lot of changes. I want to appreciate the entire team, being real receptive of some of the things I brought to the table, some of the things I've said and done. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed this group of kids tremendously. From a few years coaching back, these kids wanted to compete, and they played hard. And it shows. I really appreciate that effort coming as a new guy and being the adjustment there sometimes hard, and I do appreciate that, even though I won't say it all the time to Robbie. What I'd like to do right now is just introduce the guys on the JV level that play some JV games. and bring them up and to be recognized. First, Christian Noble. Kevin Hamlett's not here. Dario. Austin Miller, I don't believe he's here. John Herda. Justin Byler is not here. Justin Gaskell is not here. Robbie Granny. Justin Ditweiler, Evan Lewinsky here. We had a good group of talented players this year with a lot of potential. They tested they challenged me here and there. Like I said, I enjoyed it. We ran around 500, finished with 11 wins. But the biggest thing is I thought we improved as the season went on, and we got better and better and better. We started to understand and get a better feel of how we wanted to play, what I was looking for out of them, and me getting adjusted to what they're able to bring to the table. I look forward to working with these guys through the summer. We certainly have some big shoes to fill with the seniors that are leaving us this year, so a big challenge for these guys to step into those roles, so we're looking forward to that. The biggest thing through the season, though, I learned from any school I've coached at, is you beat your rivals. So we swept Burton, so that was a big highlight for this year. So I appreciate it.